Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing. Come on, let's start with this hug. Let's start. I've reached 40,000 people. I'm not going to start crying. We don't want the lashes going left. It's enough with the hair. Thank you. Thank you. I really don't pay attention to the number because, some people will say, well, you're almost at. Well, you're almost at. I'm appreciative of doing this because years ago, if someone told me that I would be making videos, I would have been like, no, I'm not. Because I'm a radio announcer. I'm a radio announcer in Philadelphia, iHeart radio station. I play R&B and throwbacks, oldies on Sunday night. I'm a radio announcer. This was not the goal, the dream, but God definitely had other plans for me. I embarked on the whole video thing after I had my stroke, as I learned how to walk again, and really basically rebuilt my life because I lost my right side totally. The pandemic kind of threw things away because, I had Toy by my side. I had Dex. They're doing fine. They have to work from home because of everything that's going on. And I'm here by myself. And I was afraid to fly. It was like another step. And I was afraid to fly. And it took Charlie Mack, what's up, baby, who convinced me, like, what are you afraid of? You've been doing this forever. Just go out and do it. And I just got so used to having somebody that I could just like giggle with, and Toya was the perfect foil for my shenanigans. And hopefully once we are all, you got all our shots and all that other stuff, we can, come together, even if she pops in for just a little bit. But I thank you guys. I do. I am so appreciative to reach this mark. I would rather have a slow and steady pace than something fast and then something happened and people just leave in droves. It's about pop culture. It's about entertainment. I'm a frustrated actress. I love sharing pop culture, entertainment, but just really letting you know, like, the things that are going on. And I like the feedback from y'all. A lot of comments this week. Y'all are mad at comedian Gary Owens. His wife is divorcing him. He was cheating. And everyone's like, Patty, stop blaming those side chicks. Stop. Okay. We won't blame the side chicks because whoever is cheating should know better that they're in a committed relationship. I thank you guys. If this could be some part of your day or you use it to catch up. When I say things like, it's not cute not knowing, because it really isn't. You kind of look crazy when you don't know what's going on, particularly with real serious stuff. This is just fluff and fun, favorite celebrities and all that, and the jokes in my life. And I'm just a girl from South Philly living her dreams and never ever thought that this was part of the plan. I thank you. Okay, I know they're like, Patty, get to the stories. Anthony Anderson is hosting the NAACP Image Awards for the 8th year. They heard us say, we're kind of tired of Anthony hosting every year, and have nothing against him. And he makes a great host. He's got a real nice personality. I just don't like when the same people win all the time every year. It's like, can another comedy show win besides, please? Can they? Please? Because there's other great shows, other great comedy shows. It just seems like Blackish just wins every time. And I would just like to see it, spread around. Winners so far include Trevor Noah for his late night show, Steve Harvey for Celebrity Family Feud, and for Family Feud as game show host. You had former President Barack Obama winning for Promised Land. You had Beyonce. She was the big music winner, literally winning for NAACP Image Awards. It's going to air on BET. It's going to air on CBS and all their platforms. Anthony Anderson is hosting. And the big honoree for the night is Eddie Murphy. It's going to be live. They say he's going to be there. this is going to be good. Now, I don't know if they doing no Zooming, because, Academy Awards, they ain't doing Zooming. They're like, oh, you got to show up. Now, it could be some Zooming here. We don't know. They've been tight-lipped. Just found out that Anthony Anderson was hosting, but it's taking place this weekend. Also this weekend, the Tina Turner documentary, HBO Max. Oh, it's going to be good. When you think about her career, the years with Ike, when she left, her independence, getting on her own, her career, revitalizing, and she just was like the superstar. One of the best shows I've ever seen was Tina Turner in concert. I've seen her about 4 times because I was like, I ain't missing her when she come to town. And when she was on a tour, Lionel Richie was the opening act. This was like so funny before Lionel Richie's career just started like going through the roof. But Lionel was the opening act. And it was funny because we were like, gotta do Zoom, gotta do Brick House. Of course, it was only black people dancing with Zoom and Brick House. And every time I talk to Lionel, I tell him that. I said, you gotta do those Commodore songs. But he was the opening act. Tina Turner, amazing. Those legs. She be doing it in heels. And I was like, gosh, lady. She retired in 2009, right? Which seems like yesterday. She's had cancer. She had to get a new kidney from her husband. She had a stroke. Her son committed suicide. It was like a lot. So a lot is going to be revealed in this documentary. Tina Turner, a survivor, a wonderful woman. I met her. Gosh, it had to be in the 90s when her career, like right there with like What's Love Got to Do With It, and they were putting it around and she was doing, radio. And I was just like, so like just excited just to be in the room with Tina Turner. But I think it's going to be really good. It's a weekend we're going to have to tape. Saturday Night Live. Maya Rudolph, the daughter of Minnie Riperton, is hosting Saturday Night Live. Now, she's been with the show as a featured, star player, but it was her impersonations of Donatella Versace, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. She is really good. She's a funny lady. She is hosting Saturday Night Live. Who's excited about Godzilla versus King Kong? To me, you can look at it and see that they did everything on a computer. It's already made a ton of movie overseas, but it's going to be in theaters on Wednesday as well as HBO Max. Lee Daniels, in a recent interview, says he's going to do a movie on Mariah Carey's life. He said it's going to be like a limited series. Trust me on this, y'all. This is going to be the next big thing after that Aretha Genius. Mariah, great voice, complicated life. Lee says he really didn't understand Mariah until she wrote that book, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, which came out in September. Who's going to play her? Oh, he said he don't know yet. That's a big decision. But he says he's going to do her life story. Now, he's doing a reboot of the Wonder Years. This is going to be the black version. Actor Don Cheadle is going to be the narrator. It's going to be on ABC. Now, speaking of ABC, the other day, I told you guys that Sherry Shepherd signed a deal for a new TV show. I got the scoop. It's called Black Don't Crack. It's coming on ABC. Viola Davis and her husband, Julius Tennant, are the executive producers along with Larry Wilmore. Oh, they got some stuff. Tisha Campbell's going to be in it. Essence Atkins is going to be in it. Half and Half. Marlon. She's been on like a series of shows. First Wives Club. They're going to be in it. The guy from the Old Spice commercials. Before Terry Crews, there was a guy, real buff body, and he would do these things and walk around with just a towel. Isaiah Mustafa. He is going to be in it as well. Black Don't Crack is about college, 3 sorority sisters, and they're kind of like meeting up later in life and how their life is. Sherry Shepherd plays a widow. She's raising a child with her white mother-in-law. Essence Atkins plays the bougie lady who's totally out of touch with everything. It seemed like it's going to be good, and they got some powerhouse producers behind it, and Sherry Shepherd is going to be one of the producers of it. The new trailer dropped for Suicide Squad. Who's excited? It's coming out this summer. Idris Elba, John Cena. It was one of the movies that was pushed back. Margot Robbie. That trailer dropped. Trailer drop for Jamie Foxx. Dad, stop embarrassing me. He's got a new show coming on Netflix. April 14th, it starts streaming. He's doing the Mike Tyson story. He's playing Mike Tyson. And he just signed a deal with CBS. So I guess when he finishes all the Netflix stuff, Jamie Foxx is a busy guy. Jermaine Fowler, I had to watch Coming to America 2 twice. Because the first time my expectations were high. This studio be making noises. The expectations were high. So I had to watch it again so I could really enjoy it. And I liked it better the second time without all the expectations. I enjoy Jermaine Fowler as Eddie Murphy's son, but he signed a deal for a spy comedy called USPS. We remember actress Jessica Walters. A lot of people know her. She died at the age of 80 from that show Arrested Development. She was a hoot. But old heads like me, we remember the 1971 Clint Eastwood movie, Play Misty for Me. On the soundtrack, they have Roberta Flack, First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. This movie was about a DJ, Clint Eastwood, and Jessica Walters was the stalker. Like, what do you mean you don't miss me? Are you telling me you don't love me? It was good. It messed with your mind. She was excellent in it, but old heads, y'all remember it came out like 1971. Play Misty for Me. There's a new Capital One commercial out. I have it on my Instagram page at WDAS Patty. Who would ever thought you would have Gladys Knight, Samuel L. Jackson, Sir Charles Barkley, and Spike Lee? It's a Capital One commercial singing Midnight Train to Georgia. It is epic. I don't know how they got Spike. He's smiling. I was like, I'm not used to seeing him smile. Samuel L. Jackson, he ain't cussing. And how they got Charles Barkley. It's a great commercial. And it's really funny to see Gladys Knight. A lot of birthdays on this Friday. If you're watching it on a Friday, Diana Ross, 77. Had Teddy Pendergrass lived, he would have been 71. HBO has announced that Robin Thede comedy series, A Black Lady sketch show on HBO. 6 episodes. Everyone is coming back except the Philly girl, who I hope to meet, Quinta Brunson, who's got a book coming out. They said it was a lot of scheduling issues, but there are only going to be 6 episodes. You've got Issa Rae. She's the executive producer. Another actor that we lost, I don't know if I mentioned actor George Segal, but he passed away earlier this week. Veteran actor, very funny. I think I did because I mentioned Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf with Elizabeth Taylor. But if you were a fan of Oz, actor Charles Mums Grant passed away. He played the poet on Oz, 52 years old, and they're saying that he died from natural causes. I do a weekend edition. It's fancy. It's got pictures. I got a young girl who puts everything together. We do an appreciation of actor Coleman Domingo. He's in Fear the Walking Dead. He's in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. He's a Philly guy. I love him. We're putting the spotlight on him. What else? Goodness, I probably would have to grab my notes over there somewhere. But we do some tributes and we just talk about, I can't find the notes, but I remember the new kid from Snowfall. His name is Damson Idris, 29 years old. He's from Britain, and he is doing the darn thing on that FX show, Snowfall. We do a little spotlight on him. Check out the weekend edition. I know I took time out in the beginning with the thank yous, but Auntie is so grateful. I am so grateful. Even when we don't agree, even when I get on your nerves, you still come back because you're like, that's Auntie. That's just how she is. Thank you. Thank you. 40,000. A milestone. I am so appreciative. It's not cute not knowing. Leave a comment, a thumbs up. Tell a friend. The channel is growing for real. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Check out the weekend edition. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.